Welcome to my weekly podcast for pro wrestling. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Smoke. This is episode 5. You know I am the proprietor, the mega wrestling fan, the king of smoke, Darth Smoke Law. Anyway, Kevin Harvey Southern Champ, aka the Point Rap Star. Find all my links with one link on mylinks.com/Point Rap Star. People, this wonderful podcast is brought to you by two wonderful sponsors that goes with the smoke. You feel what I'm saying? First off, we're talking about PassDat Apparel. You can find them on TeePublic. PassDat Inhalation Partners. You feel me? Great t-shirts for you to enjoy, sweatshirts, great designs, and it's for the people that love that 420 and for people that don't, you know what I'm saying? But smoker friendly. Speaking about smoker friendly, what kind of smoke do you like? Well, let me tell you the kind of smoke that you need to check out. I'm talking about SmokeKind.com. The link is in the description. Check out my referral link. They got some wonderful discounts for you. They are the number one bulk distributor of legal weed. They're the king of THCa. We're talking about vapes, we're talking about edibles, we're talking about pre-roll, and we even talk about the buds, people. They got great deals for you, and here's the great part. It's mailed to your front door. Can't beat that. So check out SmokeKind. Link in the description. Please hit that link. That's my referral code. You get what I'm saying? And you'll get some nice, good discounts with that link, as well as PassDat Apparel. Either way, if you're 420 friendly, I gave you two places where you can look good and smoke good. You feel me? So, this weekend has been a very interesting weekend because we have big shows within the wrestling community. You feel me? Of course, you had, what was it? Saturday night main event. We had Battleground, and which was kind of programming AEW's All In, which is funny because I heard Tony Khan, they asked a question about him doing the counter programming. And I hate to tell you people, I don't see how the counter programming works. I mean, because unless you're going to do the show in the same exact city, in the same exact day, no. Because if I'm going to buy the pay-per-view for AEW, I'm going to buy it, I'm going to watch it. And if I pay for it, that's going to get priority over Battleground. Actually, most motherfuckers, let me tell you what they do. You have a laptop, you have a cell phone, you have a TV. I have AEW on my TV. I have Battleground on my laptop or computer. I can watch Battleground after it's over because y'all have replays. So I don't understand why this is an argument except for the people that do the news and the smart marks want to make this an argument. Period. Yes, for example, you're not going to have the both playoff games on the same day at the same time. That'd be counterproductive. So, in many ways, WWE want you to go look at AEW. They need AEW. Yes, they're competing with AEW, but at the same token, they need AEW to be strong because it pushes their product and vice versa. Why do we love the Attitude Era so much? Because you had to choose between WCW and WWE. Who do you want to see live? So that means we really had to go at it. And last I checked, NXT got their ass mocked when they went against mollywopped when they went against AEW. Head to head. In most cases. So I don't see the argument of why is it a big deal that the WWE is trying to counter program? That what big corporations do. That what is called business. Yes, they did it to WCW. Trust me. Vince did everything he could to fuck up Starrcade. But if you're good of a businessman and you got good enough of a product, shouldn't matter. So we're not going to start with the paper. We're going to start with Monday night, Saturday night main event. What do I think of Saturday night main event on a whole? Saturday night main event was good. Do I think it's one of the best? No. Do I think it's one of the best Monday night main event? Do I think it was better than the last one? No. To me, the match of the night, honestly, was actually the first match, which was Seth Rollins and Braun versus Punk and Sammy. Now, I don't know why people didn't think that they weren't going to add a third. Okay, let's logically think about this, because I remember the question came up, are y'all going to add a third? It was like, nah, they're not really planning to add a third. Y'all do realize they, WWE do put shit out there to throw y'all off the case, right? Just want to make you understand. When Sammy entered the fray, a third was needed because you still got Roman to come back. Roman not going to come back and go to a totally different program. He's coming back. The money match is him and Seth. It's not CM Punk and Seth. The money match is Roman and Seth. They're going to build it. Actually, what's coming up, I think SummerSlam, that's the match I think they're going to build to. I don't see a 6-man. So, very good match. Bronson Reed, didn't see him coming back and joining them. And I'm not gonna lie, is that even fair? I mean, goddamn. Wait a second. That's a lot of meat. We're talking about Braun Breaker, and then you add in the Tsunami? Bronson Reed? Wow. Wow. I was sitting there like, this is probably the best version of the Dangerous Alliance ever. And at first, no, I really didn't see the Seth Rollins and Heyman. And remember I told you, I said I wanted to be more about Heyman. But they're making it to where it's really, Seth is the architect. They might even sit there and say that he was the one that convinced Heyman, not Heyman convinced him. So, like I said, that was interesting. They could have left the Women's United States title match off. They could have put that on SmackDown. I don't even want to discuss it. It was all right. It was pretty good. The most exciting part of it was the fact that Chelsea Green got her nose busted. Crazy looking pics. Chelsea Green tough as nails, man. You know what I'm saying? I suggest if her and Selena Vega have another match, it should be a female hardcore match. That's just my opinion. Because Chelsea Green, to me, is she's a good looking female that I can see do hardcore. And it'll go over. So, but we love Chelsea Green, though. I would love to see her get a run as the women's champ. And in the current character structure she's in with them girls. You know what I'm saying? But because we ain't got no dominant female heel clicks right now. So that should be it. Fatal Influence in. All right, now. I think what else happened in that match of course, Cena and R-Truth. R-Truth made the match interesting because he did everything that Cena's supposed to do. It's crazy how the way they're doing it is Cena always cheat to win. They kind of trying to nail that home. And to me, I think it's kind of getting stale because he should have won that straight up. In my opinion, John Cena should have won that straight up, and at the end of it, beat the brakes. I mean, of course, he hit R-Truth with the belt at the end of it, but no, I mean, beat R-Truth down. Decimated. To where the refs got to bring the you know what I'm saying, the trainers out. Cena just decimated R-Truth. Oh my God. R-Truth might be out for a minute. Why, Cena? Why? They just hit him with the belt and left. And then the interaction between him and Jimmy, which was so fucking weird, and telegraphed what happened later, but which we should have known was coming because they did announce that it's supposed to be a tag match that Travis Scott and John Cena, but then they heard a Birdie said instead of it being Travis Scott, it's Logan Paul and John Cena. He tells what McCullough, ooh, what a great way to destroy wrestling is to have a YouTuber become world champ. Not himself. Because my question is, since we got the Nights of Champions coming up in Riyadh, ain't John Cena and Jey Uso supposed to go against each other in the champion versus champion match? I'm just saying. Smoke that over for a minute. So, but anyway, then we had, I think, the cage match. It was a good cage match. I don't think it was the best match in their rivalry. To me, I think the street fight that happened at WrestleMania was better because they had more time to work with. Be it this on TV and it was a cage match, I don't see how much time they would have had to work with it. I like that Priest did come out of this with a win because I think Drew McIntyre might be taking some time off for a second because I think he'd been hurt a lot or whatever. But it was if I had to give it a grade, I'd give it a B-. You know, if for cage matches, it was, to me, I think them doing it on Saturday night main event kind of watered it down, in my opinion. That's just me. I don't know. You know, I was surprised they even had this shit on NBC. I agree with Jesse Ventura on that. He said, shit, back in my day, they would have never had a cage match. He was telling you, he was like, boy, they let y'all get away with a lot of shit. When I was wrestling the cage match, they would have told that they would have shut the show down. Like, hell no. Shut your damn mind. No cage match on national TV at 8 o'clock. Want to see no blood? This ain't, we ain't the South. Think we are? You think we CBS? The fuck? Oh, man. So, and then, of course, we had Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. I can't say it was a great match. I can't. And how can I put this? It wasn't the match tonight. I told you, I felt to me the match of the night was the first match. This match here, actually, I would have preferred it to be, well, no, because the way they played it, it had to be the last match. But anyway, put it this way, out of all the main events this weekend, this was the weakest main event. This was the weakest main event. Out of all the main events of the weekend, it was the weakest. And it wasn't because John Cena interfered. No, it just the match was okay, but it felt more like a TV match than it would. No, it felt more like a mid-card match, mid-card title match than it did a world championship match. You get where I'm coming from? The question that I pose to the fans is watching this. Can we say that Jey Uso is having a great title run right now? And I had this conversation last week with Gerald. It feels, y'all talk so much shit about my man Jinder Mahal title run, but I'm about to piss off a lot of people. Jinder Mahal title run was better than this shit. And he was a heel. Jinder Mahal had some good matches during his title run. Jay has really no... Think about this. We're about to circle around and get Gunther. There is no main event... How can I put this? There is no main event picture around the heavyweight title. The main event picture is right now storyline that ain't even involved in the title. The World Heavyweight title has become an after effect on Raw. And I don't know if it's the championship or is it Jey Uso. I truly believe that you will never see Jey Uso sniff or get near a World Heavyweight title or a WWE title. He may not even get close to NXT title ever again. He will probably get the best will be the Intercontinental of the US. He will have the World Heavyweight. He will have a World Heavyweight title reign under his belt. But I don't. If that's the case, put the belt on Jimmy then. I think they don't get twisted. Yeet, he's popular. I get it, but I don't think no one really buying him as World Heavyweight Champion. We bought Gunther, but even to a certain extent, I think Gunther has been watered down. So I don't know. Like I said, I kind of don't know. And then other people say, well, what about Logan? It wouldn't surprise me that John Cena had both belts by the end of this. I don't know how to explain it, but I got a stinking suspicion that might be the case. Because what if Jay the one that gets a pin on John? Okay, now, of course, Cody returns. And they make the tag match because Cena, of course, interfered. And they make the tag match for him and Jey Uso to go against the other two, Cena and Logan Paul, and Money in the Bank. So another unpopular opinion right now. Cena's retirement title run is shit. And I'm a Cena fan. I'm a diehard Cena fan. Diehard. This Sting, this shit is garbage. No, seriously. It's like they purposely giving him the guys that ran with him when he had a title run. We ain't got no new blood in no match with him. And I'm trying to see where, because, okay, if Cena's last shit supposed to be at Perth, and you got SummerSlam coming up. Hold on, let me take a look at this. The WWE schedule. Hold on. Let's look at WWE P. Yeah, here we are. PLE schedule. All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. All right. Well, I'm seeing here, I don't feel like pulling up this shit because, PLE wise, we got Money in the Bank coming up June 7th. All right. Trying to see where we got. Okay, this is not helping me any. Give me 1 second, people. We're trying to figure this out real quick. All right, here we are. Okay, people. Let's see here. Hey, give me 2 minutes. So, we of course World Collide June 7th, Money in the Bank June 7th, Night of Champions June 28th. Got Saturday Night Main Event, Evolution coming up on the 13th. That's about the women. NXT Heat Wave, but SummerSlam supposed to hit August the 2nd through the 3rd. Mm-hmm. So we talking about, let's see here, Night of Champions, Saturday Night Main Event. So I don't, and this is Arabia, I don't see John Cena dropping the belt at Night of Champions. Come on. I don't see I see SummerSlam. But then what would you do with him until Crown Jewel? Unless you make that the rematch between him and Cody. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just looking. I don't understand where they're gonna go with this. So on the whole, Saturday Night Main Event, it wasn't their best one. It was all right. Yeah. So all right. The next thing that went down, I did see was Battleground. And I said I want to go for match to match. I really don't feel like going match to match with this. But but the highlight to me, the news that came out of it was Trick Williams defeating Joe Hendry to become the TNA heavyweight champion. Now a lot of people are gonna be like, they just buried Joe Henry, they done did this, and they did this. But then that the case then when Kenny Omega defeated Rich Swann for the TNA title, they buried Rich Swann too. Joe, okay, it was something that shouts out to Ango. He's a YouTuber. I be listening to him a lot. Joe Hendry is going to go into the WWE. I think his contract is coming up to end. He has done so much WWE shit that the thought process probably is, okay, is he even going to be here long term? 2, which I agree with Angle on this. Understand this. This is shit that Angle said. Now, I didn't take that into account. What I thought about was, how can I put this? NXT has just showed the world where TNA is in the pecking order. You want to know why? We had Obafemi go against Moose, right? Now, if they really wanted to shook up the world, why didn't Moose beat Obafemi? What you think about that for a second? Moose is TA champion. Trust me, they probably, if Moose contract is up, he's going to WWE and probably be main roster. He bypassed NXT. But Overfemi retained. Funny how Joe Hendry drops the title to a black man, Trick Williams. I ain't mad at it. Even though I love Joe Hendry, but I'm just saying. Trick Willie is now goddamn the man. Why did he win the TNA title? Why did they do this? One, for TNA to get more stock. Two, you didn't think WWE was paying attention when TNA gave the belt to Omega. Okay. Y'all did it for AEW. Why not one of ours take y'all belt? Notice, no TNA wrestler is an NXT champion. No TNA Knockout won an NXT title. So we see who's buttering who's bread on this, right? I'm just saying. They could have had it to where draw or what have you. But, like I said, Angle shouts out to him. He brought up a good point. Joe, everybody become WWE anyway, so they're like, shit. Now, interesting, my man Santana was there. Anybody know me when even when I was doing the shit with Billy and the whole nine, I always said Mike Santana was gonna be something, people. Actually, if there was one person that y'all can see and say that AEW dropped the ball on, he's number one on the list. Not Ricky Saints, not any of the other guys y'all see and say he didn't drop the ball on. No, because them dudes are WWE made. They're WWE made. The one person that I believe they dropped the ball on, hands down, everybody else I don't believe that, not even CM Punk, is Mike Santana, because he got that potential. He got the look, he got the wrestling ability, he got the talk, he got the swagger. Yeah. He was at NXT. Interesting. And about to have a match. So, as you're supposed to be setting up a match, whether it's going to be at NXT or it's going to be at TNA, sometimes it's going to be NXT, or it might be at Worlds Collide. So, Mike Santana will probably be the next champion because he has not lost since he's been at TNA. And I'm just wondering, where the fuck is Ortiz? The best. Where's Ortiz? He done, ever since LAX broke up, he done disappeared. So, but I ain't gonna front. I'm love to see, can't wait to see that. The pay-per-view on the whole Battleground, of course, NXT was good. The Kalani Jordan versus Soruka, that was a good match. The funniest one was actually the Don, the ending. And okay, so he got distracted because the consigliere was outside. He didn't interfere in the match. He didn't even help Stacks win the match. And the Don got distracted. And then the dude gets in the ring to give the Don the hug. Okay, look, y'all confused me on that one. Either you interfere and beat down the Don, because trust me, I think that is what's about to happen. But I was sitting there like, what the fuck? He was like, he looked up. He's right there. Crucifino. I'm like, what the? You got this nigga dead to right with the hell. But I knew they were going to let Stacks win because, let's be honest, Stacks got some banging ass interest music, dog. Stats got some fire ass entrance music. The people that do NXT entrance music, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. You know. Of course, Hank and Tank with Briggs defeated the Calling, whatever. Okay, please explain to me the spelling, but I get it. Y'all didn't want to say C-A-L. Y'all wanted to sound cool like C-U, but technically it's curling. It's curling, like pool, cooling, pool, cooling. I don't know. Hey, you like it, I love it. But and then of course, the women's title match. And let me tell you something. This match is the match tonight. Because let me tell you what made the match tonight, right? Booker T is the most animated color commentator in the history of pro wrestling. Let me make this. It's like put it this way. I watched a dude do a parody of Booker T going nuts off of Trick Williams, you know what I'm saying, entrance, right? And if you actually saw the video of him doing it, he did exactly the video that I saw that Booker T did when they showed Booker T, you know, side by side with Trick coming out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, we know how animated he get. So, Stephanie McCure, she does a maneuver. Now, we done seen this maneuver before. This is not a new maneuver. Where she basically put the girl legs in a leg lock. She put her in a leg lock around her head. She turns over to where she's both girls doggy style, and she uses her legs to pound the girl's face into the ground. Booker T loves this move. Now, I ain't even gonna lie. He loves it so much that I'm pretty sure him and his wife has had conversations about, do you be jerking off to Stephanie McCure? Because it sounds like you about to have an orgasm watching her do this shit, right? So, McCure about to do this. Now, she eventually did pull this off, but we're talking about this particular move. Jordan Grace reverses it. Now, let me explain how the reverse happens. She goes to do it, but Jordan rolls out of the ring, gets her up in the air, and drops her on the table, right where Booker T is. McCure slides off the table. My girl, Jordan Grace, looks at Booker T and do this. And Booker T played up like, they're like, what's her issue with you? I don't know what her issue is with me. I don't understand why she got an issue with me. I ain't done nothing. She looked Booker T dead in the motherfucking eye like, oh no, nigga, you don't get the nut on my watch. But McCure wins. Not surprised that she won because, well, we got Worlds Collide coming up. Later on that night, you see her arguing with two of the girls from AAA, two of the top girls from AAA. And then I think she had the shit slapped out of her by JC Jane. I think that's her name. She walked up to her like, yo, bitch, wow. And oh my God. And I'm sorry. We might have a real conversation about NXT's women division. Okay? We got to have a real conversation. Because I'm gonna have a show. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this show, but I have a show we talk about why NXT is the best female roster in pro wrestling from not only wrestling, but looks and sex appeal. Yeah, we're gonna have that conversation. I don't give a damn. Fuck it. Call it sex, what have you, but let's be honest. Every last one of them are dime pieces. I'm just saying. Now, that match to me was the match tonight. You feel me? And then, of course, we had Obafemi versus Miles Bourne. Miles, I'm sorry. Don't Miles Bourne look like he could be Randy Orton's illegitimate son. I mean, he literally looks like if you didn't know, if you hadn't seen Randy Orton in 5 years, you swear but down that's his son. He looks like Randy Orton. He moves like Randy Orton. He got that look. It wouldn't surprise me he wins a couple of WWE World Titles in his time in WWE. That's just me. I like Miles Bourne. I think that dude got a serious upside. He did a very good job wrestling underneath Obafemi. Obafemi, I see he can play, because he's so overpowering, he can play both the face and the heel. He's a tweener. Because he really was the heel in this situation. And it made sense. But of course, he retained the title. And then we all know about Trick Willie. Now, I guarantee you the pay-per-view of the weekend, I didn't even get to fucking watch, unfortunately. So all I know is Adam Page will won the Owen Hart tournament. He won the Owen Hart tournament. I would talk to Billy and see what Billy thinks of him now. I wonder if Billy still hate him. I don't know. But he defeats Will Ospreay. I did see the highlights of the match. I could tell that this part was a barn burner. Dare say probably the match of the weekend. The question everyone's asking, is Hangman Page the right choice? Because ultimately, whoever won this match is going to go on and defeat Moxley for the title. Because we kind of, with the anarchy, you kind of see where the beef's about to fall to a certain extent. And for what I see, that for the Ops and the Death Riders, the world title need to be taken out of the picture. But anyway, I thought it was going to be Ospreay, honestly. The way they've been pushing him, marketing him, he's the face or what have you. But it ended up being Adam Page. And I'm not even going to front it. When I sit back and look at the arc that he had for the past 2 years, it kind of makes sense because we now solve a saga of cowboy shit. We solve a saga of Adam Page going from rock bottom to now top of the heap. I apologize to Tony Khan when I say he really don't do good long-term booking. He either accidentally fell upon it, or he strategically figured this out. Would love to know. Because if Adam Page do win the world title, which means gives him a second title run, and let's be real, I want to see Ospreay as a heel champ. And don't get it twisted. I love Ospreay as a face, but I kind of want to see him as a heel champ. I'm not even going to lie. I wouldn't even be mad if he ends up back with Don Callis and do that story arc on that. To where him and the Protostar switches positions. I don't know. I'm just, playbooking. But my point I'm trying to make is that when I sit here and think about it, it's so many, because of Adam Page did what he did. Plus also, I found it interesting that MJF sent a tweet making fun of Adam Page, saying, "Who the fuck cries at the press conference?" Is the long-term storytelling Adam Page versus MJF for the world title. See, because people forgot these two men had a match. And there's still a rivalry and unfinished business with them too. And you got MJF dealing with the Hurt Syndicate. At the same token, we got FTR, who just basically won their match in a dominant fashion to a certain extent, looking to become tag champs again. Now, the question is they going to jump them into the situation with the Hurt Syndicate now after All In to set up, this Double or Nothing for All In Texas? Or they're trying to set that up? Because once again, we still have Cedric Alexander. We ain't heard nothing about Cedric Alexander coming to AEW yet. You feel me? But I digress. I am, in my opinion, just curious about where this is going to go with MJF and this Hurt Syndicate, and even the shit with Adam. Biggest women's match in AEW history. Yeah, I said it. This is the biggest women's title match in the history of this company. WWE, born and bred versus AEW. Because no, granted, Toni Storm was WWE. Let's make this clear. But not like she here at AEW. So anyway, the two top female wrestlers that is not in WWE. Mercedes Moné versus Tom and Toni Storm. This is the other match. Now, I know a lot of people saying they're really not doing much with the women's division, yada, 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 yada. And we're going to get to the conversation about the tag division, which I'm all for. Moné is winning the belt. Let's make this clear. I love Tom and Toni Storm, but Moné is about to win this belt. Let me explain why. We about to have what's coming up. Hold on, let's see. God damn it. Let's see here. AEW. Here we go. Let me see. Where we at here? Past Slam Dunk Dynasty. Okay, here we are. I need to get to June. All right. Okay, we got the Double we just had. We're gonna have 5 finishes coming up soon. All In. Okay, I got you. All In is in July. Okay, All In is in July. And so they probably had the match in All In. So we're talking about 2 months away. So there's a lot of build. God, boy, that's a lot of build. Jesus Christ. So, like I said before, I think she is going to win the belt. So either they're going to have interacting back and forth. But I got to say that I'm curious to see how that build going to be, because that's a long time for them two to face off. So, then of course, Anarchy in the arena. I ain't gonna talk about stretcher match and all that other shit. Y'all know what it is. The Anarchy in it, I really hate I missed that match for everything that I heard. I saw that even Maria Shafir would probably bust it open. Wouldn't surprise me that Willow's busted open. At the end of it, Of course, the good guys won. Like I said before, we see where some of these feuds about to head, what we might see when it comes to All In, match wise. Like I said before, I know everyone argument going to be about an Anarchy match. Oh, it's just a lot of spots and it's a lot of bullshit, garbage wrestling, yada yada yada. Yeah, it's a fucking street. It's a Falls Count Anywhere in the Arena team match. They took the parking lot brawl. They took the concession stand brawl. Falls Count in the Arena to the next level. They even had 4 camera angles for you to see everything that was going on. I loved it. I just wouldn't have loved it if I was in the building. That's not a great match to watch while you're in the building. Because that means I'm looking at the screen more than down in the ring. You get what I'm saying? Now, that type match is terrible. That's why I would never want to go to the show and there's a Falls Count Anywhere in the Arena match. Because now I can't see shit. Unless it's a small venue and I'm high up. There's always a blind spot. But I'm pretty sure this is probably, hopefully somebody will put the shit up on YouTube for free. So I can see it. But they said it's probably one of the best ones and probably better ones. I did see the thing when they changed the music. I think they put Porter Sisters up just to fuck with Kid Omega and them in the back. Just like, nah. Put up Porter Sisters. I'm gonna put it out. Put up Porter Sisters. I want to fuck with her. Nah. Put in with ass. But no, it's. I'll be real with you. The pay-per-view I probably didn't watch was probably the best one. So, and which is crazy shit because also Under Siege was this weekend. So, but like I said, we know we got Worlds Collide coming up. I was sitting there looking at the roster of AAA, and I was trying to figure out with Worlds Collide who will probably be on there because it got me when they said Psycho Clown, which I had a picture of him on the last one to call it. I'm a huge Psycho Clown fan. Pagno. Love Pagno. You know what I'm saying? If you have never seen this dude, and let me explain something to you. He is the Mick Foley of AAA. He's hardcore. Yeah. I was like, what? Y'all gonna have his ass in this damn 6-man? Y'all do realize he bleeds. So, interesting. You know. Now, granted, El Fantasma, a.k.a. Santo Escobar, he is from here. This is where his family cut their teeth. He's known here more so than CMLL. Humberto was known as Angel. He was here. But back to my point. I was shocked at Pagno. And then I think it was one other person that I can't. It wasn't a Parker. Dr. Wagner Jr. So, not El Helio, they're dragging, no, not the young one, the old head, the legend, the one that got unmasked. You feel me? Interesting. And I want to see how this translates to WWE TV. Because if y'all noticed when we saw lucha matches, it's WWE style. It's not lucha libre. You know, I'm curious to see how this is gonna work. You know, because they keep saying WWE is not going to change anything. That WWE need to understand the culture of how lucha libre works when it comes to selling it to America. Can I tell you and Conan something? the guy that was talking with Conan on, keeping it 100. WWE trying to sell Triple H to the world. They can give two shits about selling to Mexico. The only thing they want from Mexico is the wrestlers and the arenas. They want to sell this to the world because WWE is selling their brand of professional wrestling to the world. Let me make this clear. I'm going to say this again. If El Patron is not champ after his match with El Vikingo, it kind of telling you where WWE is heading. I keep telling everybody, in 5 years, a lot of them legends that they all see down there, the Blue Demons and the La Parkers, they're going to go to see MLL. Because AAA ain't going to have a place for them because if your ass is over 30, we don't, if you're over 35 and ain't built a certain way, they don't give a, they gave a fuck about the English shit. It's a certain look that they want. Conan said it best, yes, a mad AAA with better production value. Part of that production value is the look of the goddamn wrestlers. Don't get it twisted. The ones they're going to keep are them young-looking, muscular motherfuckers. Cybernetico, I see him staying. He'll be around because he looks a certain way. Macias, I don't know. So, we will see. So, I'm not even going to front. Like I said, I'm curious to see what the Raw going to be, especially with the explanation of Bronson Reed. It kind of, like I said before, will they add a fourth? I don't know. And who would that fourth be? Now, supposedly, didn't Austin Theory supposed to be released? Well, I see he's still there. Ain't nobody said nothing. So, I'm seeing a lot of the ones that were released that can go after 90 days or what have you, or 30 days. They're popping up, ladies and gentlemen. They're popping up. Cora Jade has been, she got some shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We saw Indy Hartwell going to the TNA, which is funny. She just basically went to NXT. So, I think that's it, people. I think it was a good weekend of wrestling. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward. I'm trying to see when Deadlock Pro will be coming back this way. I see a lot of independent wrestling promotions here in just a Triangle area. It's just a lot more hell to get the Raw than it is to get the Durham. But I've seen a couple of them that I wouldn't mind checking out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I had to just, cop a hotel room and go up there, chill for a weekend, then go ahead and check out the wrestling, bring my ass back home. You know what I'm saying? But no, I plan to do more independent wrestling shows and talk about it. Even post a couple of vids of me in the building, pics, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? For my PW smokers, you feel what I'm saying? My pro wrestling smokers, my people that know that pro wrestling smoke, you feel me? So I'm done. I'm out. I'm finished. So, like I said, definitely going to check out these shows coming up. And Evolve. That Keanu, what was his name? Keanu. What the fuck is his name? Keanu. But all right, hold on. Let me get his name right first before I do anything else. Hold on, give me 1 second. Trying to find. It was about a big one. You try to find Evolve. Well, anyway, they finally had the match with Harlem. God dang it, hold on. Let me Evolve. Here we go. All right, thank you. Evolve. I think his name is Kenu Carter. Oh, Josh Briggs was a champion at one point. Okay, who cares? Revival. Here we go. I need the roster. I need roster. Let me see. Oh, God. All right. Trying to find the roster, people. Give me 1 second because I'm trying to get these names right. I do not. All right, here we are. Yes, Harlan Lewis and what's his name? Yes, his name Keanu Carver. Okay, people, that was a match for your ass. And Keanu Carver won the match. I was kind of shocked. I thought they were going to put Harlem over. But he will be in the Fatal 4-Way for the Evolve title. I still say that Sean Legacy will probably be the one that wins that match. And for the women, I believe Callie Armstrong. Because kind of a lot of people say, well, why would Callie Armstrong, why would Callie Armstrong, not the other girl? One, because Callie is such a one, that personality. Two, she's a heel. Because with your girl Callie Ray and what's her face, Willie the Chew, they're gonna cancel each other out. And I just and I ain't even gonna front. I just see Callie Armstrong winning that title. I don't see Keanu winning the belt. I do see Sean Legacy because they didn't push Sean Legacy. You know what I'm saying? They done had him. He actually is next in line to get a North American title shot, technically. So, yeah. I'm just wondering when they're going to have my boy Aaron Roberts on the show. I mean, he's a WWE ID. We've been seeing him on Memphis Wrestling, and they have not put this big monster, young monster on Tubi. Curious about that. Oh, yeah, and also for my people that love, because just tell y'all this, I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. Memphis Championship, Memphis Wrestling, go ahead and check it out. They got their tournament for the Junior Heritage Championship going on. I'm looking forward to see who's going to win that. As well as this past, the NWA, they got the Crockett Cup that just passed. I'm pretty sure they're going to have that up as, you know what I'm saying, as episodes, what have you. I'm looking forward to see the Kenzie Page, the Nat versus Natalie, you know what I'm saying, Natalia. And I think who won the tournament? Hold on, let me see. Crockett Cup. Let me see. I need results. Let's see. Here we are. See, I'm trying to see who won the Crockett Cup. I was just shocked that. Let's see here. Let's see, there was a female Crockett Cup match? Anyway, the Immortals won. Okay. So the Immortals won the finals. Did they win it last? Did they win it last year? Well, the Immortals won the finals. And definitely want to see the Kylie Page and the Kenzie Page, and then Natalia match. I'm looking forward to watching that shit, see how they went down. See how Natalia, we never seen Natalia wrestle outside of WWE Too Tough. We never seen it at all, actually. So this will be her going for the Burke. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So yeah. So I am out. I am done. You know how we end these things all day, no matter what. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Thank you for watching Pro Wrestling Smoke.